Hi everybody, it's Christopher. So this is for all my friends who always ask me, do you have a recipe? Do you have a recipe? Do you have a recipe? And I always tell my friends, I don't have recipes. I just cook by taste and feel and smell. And so what I'm making for myself is a Vietnamese, in American they call it pho soup. In Vietnamese, you pronounce it like you're saying F-U-C-K, pho, pho. I can never say it right. Pho, like pho, you. You know, that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. That's how my friend who's Vietnamese told me. Okay, so traditionally you would use raw chicken and make bone broth. And the best way to do it is to find an old chicken hen, but since they don't have hens anymore, it's hard to find a stewing chicken, an old hen that's naturally aged. And with the difference, I wrote this many times on my Facebook wall, the difference between a regular chicken today and an old hen is the old hen is allowed to mature, and when it gets really old, the meat is very tough and it's the most intense flavor. And when you cook it, you simmer it very low all day. You keep skimming it and you're going to get the most intense broth. But it's hard to find a stewing chicken unless you know an egg farmer, an organic egg farmer who lets their chickens go until they retire where they can't lay eggs anymore, and then they butcher them for soup meat. And one thing about that too, even though you simmer it all day, the meat never falls off the bone. It's like a steak, you know. It stays firm, okay? And the flavor is so intense because it's old. All right, so what I'm using is I just got some chicken broth from Walmart. That's what I use. I poured that in a big pot, and then a friend of mine and I went to the Vietnamese restaurant. She's Chinese, and I said to her, I said, boy, I sure wish I knew what they put in this, you know, how to make it. And she told me, she gave me all the ingredients. No recipes, she just told me the ingredients. So, let me share the ingredients with you. So we have nutmeg, okay? So I've got some nutmeg, and I'm going to shave this nutmeg. It's amazing when these flavors I'm going to show you, you put them together. I would have never thought to put all these seasonings together, but it's mind-blowing what it does when you put them all together. Let me get that in here. All right. So you have the nutmeg, okay, and then you also have cinnamon. You also put cinnamon in, cilantro, parsley, star of anise, and cloves. Looks like I need to put a few more cloves in this one. So I put them all in this container. I dump everything in this container, and then whenever I make this soup, I just go into this container and take out the whatever I need. Okay, let's see. Star of anise, I could fill that up. There you go. I got enough parsley and cilantro in there. Okay. There's enough nutmeg. And I think I'm out of cinnamon. Okay, I'm out of the whole stick of cinnamon, but I do have cinnamon that's ground. So I'll put a little bit of that in. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shake this all up. There we go. All right, now the next step into making this wonderful soup. Oh wow, I wish you could smell this. Oh my God, it smells so beautiful. Oh. So, you know, I didn't grow up with flavors like this, you know. We grew up on Polish food. And basically our Polish food was butter, tomato sauce, salt and pepper. That's about it. You know. Let's see, did I go over red pepper? I like to put red pepper in also. Now this is what I do. Now some of you traditionalists out there may be laughing at me. You may be laughing at me, but this is what I call Asian infused. Okay? And I gotta give myself credit just for remembering the ingredients that she told me, then adding maybe a couple of my own to make this. So here's what we do. I'm gonna take a cheesecloth, okay? And then I'm going to go in here. I'm gonna find my cinnamon stick there. Star of anise, cloves, the cilantro. See, this is all I do. There we go. And there's your cloves, see? Alright, now, let me find my string here. Alright, so now we're just going to tie this all together and make a nice little sachet. Okay? Nice little sachet. Now I need a second. I need a second wrapping because it looks like it's coming through. And I don't want it to come through, so I'm going to cut another piece here. I don't want to waste that either, so I'll put this back in its little pot here. Little container, that is. Alright, and then I'm going to get another cheap piece of cheesecloth. Yeah, that's better. Okay, then I'm going to take some cooking string, or baking string, whatever you want to call it. Tie this up. Then I'm going to cut off the excess of this here. Alright, then you can come over with me and I'll show you what I do next. So there's my chicken broth from the container. I'm just going to throw this in, and you're going to let that simmer for about an hour. You can add anything you want to this. I got some bok choy, I've got carrots, so whatever you like for your soup, you add it in. And I bought this rotisserie chicken from Sam's Club. This is such a great deal. It's $4.98. I will slice pieces of the chicken and put it in the bowl. You can add rice noodle or rice with your soup, whatever you want. And there's broth in here from this, so I'm going to add this broth also to my soup mix. Alright, I couldn't hold the camera and pour that in, but I poured all that juice from that into the soup, into the pot, which is going to be absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Alright, so there it is. It's going to simmer, and then you add whatever you want. It's going to be delicious. Okay, so I got this bok choy. It's all pre-washed. I love bok choy. You gotta have your greens, baby. You gotta have your greens. So that's the bok choy. And then at the end you always put jalapeno pepper. They always serve it to you at the end. And then I like some onion. This is scallions. And in the restaurant, when they serve this to you, they serve you the green part. They just throw that on last. I just throw it all in at one time. No big deal for me. And for me, I like a little carrot. You know, I grew up with soup with carrots in it, so a little bit of carrot in it is going to be good. That's what I like. Now, in the restaurant, when they serve you this meal, they also serve it to you with bean sprouts and cilantro leaves and something else. I can't even remember what it was, but it looks like a forest when they put it on the plate. Looks like they just went out and picked everything from the out in the forest. But the other thing they serve is they serve you a little slice, a chunk or a wedge of lime. And I don't have a lime, but I've got lime juice. You don't put this in when it's cooking. You put this in the bowl when you serve it. Okay? Otherwise, you would just put that little lime, you squeeze it in your soup right before you eat it. Okay? Now, when you go to the restaurant, they serve you the rice noodle. Some people, when they make it at home, they like to make it with regular rice. I'm undetermined what I want to use tonight. This is usually my cheat night, and I'll probably make some rice noodle with this because that's it. But I always have a cheat night every week. I've been on this diet, low carb diet, and I've lost 5 pounds already. I've got like 25 pounds to go. It's my COVID weight gain. I'm sure a lot of you out there can relate. But anyway, so this is my cheat night. Last night I went out and I ate with a friend. We went to a Vietnamese restaurant. And I ate the majority of the soup. I left half the bowl, though I just wasn't hungry. And so tonight I'm going to finish what my cheat night was all about last night. Okay? So let me show you some more. Okay, you can see how the sachet is in there and it's starting to come to a simmer. And the smell, guys, oh my God, the smell is so intense. Now listen, if you grew up pretty bland, you know, this is going to be something totally different for you. I didn't grow up where we went to Vietnamese restaurants. There was Chinese restaurants, but this Vietnamese soup is just a whole different ball game. It's just so freaking delicious. So remember, this is my version based on ingredients I was told that they use for this soup. And the first time I made this, it came out so delicious. Mine actually tasted better than the restaurant. It really did. And I'm not saying that because I made it, but it really did taste that good. So there as it's coming to a boil. I'm going to wait till this comes to a boil a little bit longer because you really want to keep this simmered for about an hour for the true flavor. So I'm going to pause this video, come back, which will be instant for you. And then I'm going to add my greens. All right. Oh my God. The smell. Oh my God. It smells so freaking delicious. All right, now I'm going to add all the vegetables. And yes, I put the hot peppers in, the jalapenos in, because that's just only for me. And now I'm going to let that simmer for about a good 5 to 10 minutes, shut the heat off, and then I'm going to make some rice noodles, and you're going to see it in the bowl. Are you ready? Okay, there's the rice noodle. Now for the soup. Like I said, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells amazing. So amazing. All this delicious broth. Okay, and then what do we do at the end? You can put your lime, a wedge of lime. I like to squirt just a little bit of lime in for me. And traditionally in the restaurants, they put slices of rare beef. Some contemporary restaurants you go to, they put slices of pork, or here's my chicken from my rotisserie chicken, and there it is. And there you have it, my friends. Of course, you need a Asian soup spoon. Now let me taste this for you. Oh my God. Holy cow. That is delicious. That is so delicious. Oh, there's something else you can add if you like it spicy. If you like to be a little spicy, you can add a little bit of this, which I do. There we go. Just a tiny bit, and also changes the color a little bit. My friends who go with me to the Vietnamese restaurant know I like the spicy one. And this adds a little more depth of flavor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that kicked it off just right. Delicious. And I think I'll do a little more lime, because I do like a little sourness. And see, there's that there. And then I use a fork when I eat the rice noodles. You see? So there you go. This is my version of Vietnamese pho. Pho, however they say it. Americans pronounce it pho, P-H-O. Okay, hope you guys like that. Give it a try. And the longer that you simmer that sachet in the broth, the more intense the flavor will be. Okay? Take care. Bye.